is cooking with the we're coming after you. You're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail is you.
I can't believe I'm gonna have to do this over voiceover recording, thanks to my mic not recording the whole entire thing for you guys. My mic audio somehow got deleted from this recording. So what do I have to do to make this better? Voiceover and tell you what goes on. Thanks, PS3 or Elgato, whatever the hell you want to blame it for. Either way, what's going on, you guys? This is Superman Mario Bros. 219 here. Welcome back to part 10 of Little Big Planet. Now, I have to explain to you guys why I'm voiceovering this. I was recording this with my mic from my PlayStation 3, and for some reason, the audio did not get in with the video. So it turns out I have to re-record this with my voice. Happy? Not sure? Whatever. But yeah, either way, the levels that we're going to cover for today, we're going to start off with Subway. This is the second part of the Metropolis area that I'm going to go through. So unfortunately, you guys won't be able to hear like all the commentary. So yeah, either way, we started out in this little area of like some empty boxes with like fragile items in them, because basically they're fragile, as you can tell by the logo. And I won't be doing any edits for this, so yeah. So it turns out that her car was sinking into the river, so we have to go down to this lift into the subway. Now, about this section, I didn't like this section at all due to how many collectibles that we had to get. It was very difficult, I will just say. This section was just very difficult. Also, I want to ask you guys something. If you guys have an Elgato for PlayStation 3, let me know about what my accessory settings for my mic that I have to set up on here, because that way I can actually record my voice in this instead of voiceovering this, because this sucks completely. I'm just going to say it right now. This sucks to voice over everything for you guys, because you won't be able to hear me first off, and so far, like, this kind of is just not how a video should technically be without the commentary. But as you go on with this, we go and descend down in this area, and there are some collectibles that we had to get for right here. Now, some of these collectibles were kind of difficult to earn, I would say, because you had to do like so much parkour and all that crap. But either way, I'm just going to show you what the very most difficult section of this level was. Like, I'll tell you when it comes up, basically. So, yeah, as you see, there was a notification on there because you couldn't edit out those for some stupid reason. But, oh well. I thought it automatically would just edit those out, but I guess not. But yeah, either way, like I was saying, I was going to go back to saying that Tony, my good friend, Tony Wolf, he was going to be joining me in this, but for some reason, his internet wasn't going to let him, and as you can see, you got a notification of that. So it turns out he was playing Little Big Planet by himself, because I'm not sure if you actually need an Elgato with, like, multiple people to get this, like, to earn multiple collectibles, I would say. If you do, that does suck, but if not, then I'm happy about that. Like, I don't know if it was PlayStation Network doing, like, their stuff with, like, saying, oh yeah, this is an invalid device that you can put into your PlayStation 3 and then, like, plug it to an HDMI, so that way, like, you couldn't, like, start recording the audio. You can only record the gameplay, which is bullshit, but yeah. So this is the section that I'm talking about that was very difficult, but, yeah. What you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to kind of jump over these areas a little bit, and so far, this was a struggle. Right? The collectibles, the keys, well yeah, there was basically one key in this area that I had to access, so what I had to do, I had to go and get everything back here again. Like, I'll just show you kind of, yeah, you saw I missed a collectible up there, and then we were also timed as well, like, on a time limit. So, technically, I tried to bounce myself back up, because as you can see, you can technically look and notice there's a key right there, and there's also a collectible right there that I'm supposed to get, so I'm going to try to, like, make this jump right there, and I missed, unfortunately. Like, I'm just going to say right now, this sucks, basically, of how I have to edit this with my voiceover, because this does suck. Like, if you guys can tell me what went wrong about my audio not recording this, please let me know, because that would be a very great support on letting me actually figure out these settings with an Elgato. Because trust me, this is my first time ever using this, my first time ever recording this on a PlayStation 3. Like, I didn't even know what the hell to expect. So, yeah. Either way, moving on with that, we're gonna go and get this collectible that is right over here. So I'm just gonna walk there, bam, like that. And like, I'm trying to go with the flow of the commentary, basically, of voiceovering this. So that way it kind of sounds like a kind of okay video, but either way. I might just test this out like later tonight, so that way I can check to see like what went wrong with the accessories settings and all that crap. But yeah. So, yep, we finished, and unfortunately I missed some collectibles, so what did I decide to do? I decided to go back and retry that section. That way I wouldn't be missing any more collectibles that I needed. So, we're going to try this again, like that. We just keep going down and down like this, and then right here is like the stopping point that I had to go to, because I had to bounce over this section right here. Like, you can check to see what I'm trying to do here. Like, this is a very stupid thing, because it kind of reminds me of the section of Tick-Tock Clock in Mario 64 DS, of where, like, it was spinning platforms, basically, and you had to collect the 8 red coins. You kind of know what I'm talking about here if you played that game, but if not, then oh well. So yeah, we finished there, and we couldn't get that because it was ×2. You needed a second player to join in, but yeah. So this part was actually very creative, I would say. What happens here is you take a claw that is up above there, and you're supposed to move it with the lever to like go left and right. You can't go up and down, unfortunately, but the button right there, that activates the claw and all that. So yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to grab that right there because that didn't technically kind of work, so I'm trying to position it. And then what happens here is I hit this button right here. I'm going to hit that button, and then that's going to grab that. I'm going to keep holding onto that button so that way it doesn't move like sideways and all that, like it won't move out of the way. And then yeah, I grab that collectible, and then there's like another one up here. So yeah. So this section that's about to be coming up is another difficult section, I would say. This one has poison and all that, and you can see the collector in the background as well. Like, I didn't even realize this until I started editing this currently right now. So yeah. So as you're going to see, I'm just collecting some collectibles that are kind of close to me. So yeah. Either way, I would just say about this section, it is kind of hard to collect the collectibles in some of the areas because you had to keep jumping or possibly move all the way back into the background. But the thing is, you have to watch out for the poison that is coming out of like the thing. It's like probably a gas or something. But oh well. So what basically kind of goes on here is I'm just collecting so many score bubbles so that way I can actually get a high score. Because trust me, you would need that for like a level, obviously. Alright, so we're out of here. I'm grabbing these final 2 or 3 collectibles right here because I noticed that you had to knock these boxes over to get them. So yeah, that was pretty fun about this, and so far so good on this. Like, I checked for the rest of the things to make sure that I didn't need anything, and yeah, no notification. Like, I couldn't do anything about those. Let me know if I can also turn these notifications off because I don't want them going in my videos, so that way like I don't have to like edit mostly all this. Currently what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to voice over this without any edits, so sorry for no funny edits due to how I'm going to be basically working my Elgato. So yeah, either way, we got 30 items, so that didn't kind of give us that good of a percentage of clearing that level. So yeah, and then more dancing. There you go. There you go. You got more dancing right there. You get everything else. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, as you're going to try to see, that comes up because I tried to get out of the level and I had to wait for that so that way it would take me out of there. But yeah. So now we got 2 ways we can go to. We can either go to the construction site or we can go and play a race minigame called Elevation. Now we had to run left and right to avoid the horrible gas that's like basically from the last level of where you had to go and move from like trying to collect the collectibles. So obviously we're collecting score bubbles to get a high score right here. Now this unfortunately did suck Like, I'm going to be serious. I did not like this part at all. So that way, like, you had to move left and right to avoid this. So currently, we're just working our way down right now. Just getting more and more score. Now, the thing is, the levels of these minigames or race minigames, like survival or like race, they get harder and harder as you go on. So yeah. Also, we have a lot of time for this minigame. So unfortunately, I probably have to say I did have to probably redo this level if I died, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't remember if I had to redo this because I think there's like 3 areas. So this is the second one. So this one goes probably a little bit faster than the first one because we're going up, obviously. And what we're supposed to do is still avoid the poisonous gas. And I'm not sure if we're supposed to like try to avoid by getting sorry, my bad. I was yawning. But yeah. Also, I forgot to mention one thing. There's some audio clips from this that kind of come in when I'm like currently recording some of this part. Because somehow, I don't know how my audio got corrupted, but somehow my audio for this, you can kind of hear it in the, like, a little bit of the video. Like, I don't know why or how, but oh well. So what you're supposed to do here is, yeah, I just died right there. So yeah, you can you heard a little bit of that. So technically, it was recording, but not all of it. Which I don't know how that happened. But I'm pretty pissed about it. Like, I'm not sure how that all just happened. And then you got another notification right there. Like, there's so many notifications. Like, I'm being serious. I'm not having fun recording this with my voiceover. Because this does sound pretty stupid. But yeah, either way, we made it to the end. And that way we can go ahead and collect the rest of the stuff. So currently, we beat that level. But without no lives lost. Because obviously we died once. And I had to go back and redo that section of getting that area completed. So we'll move on to the next level, which is going to be the construction site. Now this level, I would say, this level is probably one of the worst to play because what troubled me the most on this was the key. The key for this level to getting the survival minigame was very difficult. Like, you had to do some very, very crazy stuff. Yeah, so the dude vandalizing my construction site and his fireball machine. So basically, we were supposed to stop the dude from breaking everything else. And yeah, as you can see, we have a little bit of a race to start out with. And you can kind of guess the concept of this. It's basically Donkey Kong. Like, if you've not played it, then you're missing out. You're missing out on like a good old Nintendo game. But unfortunately, this is not made from Nintendo. It's a little section that was kind of brought by the game developers of this. So yeah. Alright, so you can see me just jumping right here, just trying to avoid everything. And then we had this part right here where I tried to, yeah, I was stuck in my outlet, but I walked into the background and realized, you can't get hurt by these. So yeah. So right up here, I had to swing up here, grab this collectible because time ran out, obviously, because you had to rush there as soon as you can. But oh well. I'm lucky that you don't have to actually race to the end to get collectibles, because that would suck. But oh well. So this next section was kind of a little bit difficult, because you have these girders, basically, that are moving sideways like a seesaw, so it's like rotating up, down, left, right, like any direction. It was like northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. But yeah, either way. There was an enemy right there that I had to go and get, but unfortunately I had to also get what was down below as well. So what I tried to do was I did this and I missed the light. So what I needed to do was I needed to swing on that light that was up there. Yeah, you saw that light that's right there. I have to swing on that light in order to grab those 3 collectibles. And I also got to mention about the boss fight of this. The boss fight was pretty difficult, I would say, but you'll see that in a second. So here's me going back again, trying to swing down below here, and I actually get the stuff because it breaks off. Thank goodness. So yeah. What sucks about this is you can't actually grab that because it's actually tied up to a rope. And plus, you're not allowed to grab on metal in this game. Or is it like rust? I think it's rust. Oh well. So, coming back up here, I'm going to hit this button. And then what happens is I'm supposed to grab whatever goes on up here. So I'm swinging back to the left. And you can try to see where I'm going right now. It's going upward. But unfortunately, I died. And I had to redo this part again. So, yeah. This did not actually go that well for me, as I was actually kind of recording this, because I had like so many deaths at this part, I would say. But oh well. So what happened here was I went all the way to the left, and then that way I could go up here. Now you needed stickers for this part, because obviously there's like some sticker panels that you had to get. So by placing these stickers down, you can hear that sound right there. That makes you place that sticker that you currently need. So I'm gonna go place another more of these stickers that we need, and then yeah, keep doing that. Bam. Is there like one more? Yep, right there. And then we're missing 2 more, which I have. So I'm gonna place those. And there we go. And that's how you're going to get these collectibles right here. Now, these collectibles were basically for like costume, stickers, all sorts of things, and another notification. Like, I'm being serious. Please tell me, somebody who plays this game, please tell me how to turn these notifications off, because I do not want these going in. So, yeah. But either way, moving on from that section, we're going to go the current way we're supposed to go, and you have to bounce off that thing, so that way you can actually get that in order to make sure you 100% the game, like currently what I'm trying to do, obviously, for every single game. Well, not every single game, I would say, but, yeah, I'm going to just do that, because obviously there was a checkpoint down below. I didn't want to go back and do that, so we're swinging across from here. And then this was kind of a little bit tedious as well, where we had to bounce up when we were up here. So yeah, I'm gonna grab onto that, swing up here, and then look at here, another race. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to race to the end, and yeah. So right here, jumping, and basically had to jump for that collectible. And there are more collectibles to be found. Like there's another one right down here, which I actually got, but I died. So you can say goodbye to No Lives Lost for like a very long time on this level, because trust me, this was not one of my favorite levels in the game. But I will just say, this is not the worst level ever. Like, I will tell you when it comes up, like, hopefully someday when I'm ever having my commentary back, so that way I can actually record while playing the game instead of having to voice over this shit. That way you can know when I'm pretty pissed about when the level comes up that I currently will hate. So, this next section was also very difficult. I would say probably on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe I give it an 8. So this part right here, you had to move this little girder back and forth, and the most troubling thing was of how high you had to go through, like how high you had to jump up. Like, look at this, you just go up here, swing back, and then you had to try to make sure like it would teeter and totter like all the way up there. And then you had another certain difficult part right up here where we had to jump up, but unfortunately we couldn't get this because it required 2 people, which I didn't read the sign up there that said ×2 in the background. So technically we couldn't get that at all, so we had to move on, do that. And now this is the part that kind of gets very difficult of why I didn't like doing this. So when I was actually off screen to practice this game to make sure I had everything collected for 100%, what happened was this little mechanic right here where you had to move these things back and forth, this was the nightmare of hell that I had to face through. Like, I'm not even kidding. That key up there was basically the #1 thing that troubled me, because what I had to do, as you're going to see right now, is move this back and forth. I was not happy about this, like, at all. I was very pissed. I was so freaking angry about this. Like, it was just pointless for me to do this. But yeah, as you're just going to see, I currently have like a strategy that I'm trying to come up with, which is like running back and forth, which is kind of like going to move the little girders back and forth. But that sometimes didn't work, because what you had to do was jump sometimes, so that way you could get like the girder to like go higher enough height. So this is now me jumping up here to make sure that I can actually kind of move it very higher than like the rest of them. So technically, this probably took me only like I would say maybe 15 minutes. I would probably say that, but when it took me off screen, oh my god. Off screen was the worst, because off screen I had to do this for an hour. Like, this took me exactly, like, I didn't even play this level. I got like so pissed. Like, I started like freaking cussing and all that crap, which I obviously know that you aren't allowed to do that, so yeah. So I just checked to see if there's anything else up here, because who knows, and there wasn't. So yeah. Alright, so now we're kind of coming close to the end of the level, I would say. But this part right here, there's like another Donkey Kong section, I would say, where you are actually running from the barrels. It's backwards a little bit, but it's kind of like that one little boulder level from Little Big Planet. Like, you know which one I'm talking about from the canyons, or the canyons. Yeah, my bad. Sorry about my pronunciation, but I'm still like pretty pissed about recording this when like doing voiceover. Because trust me, I would not like it. So this is the Donkey Kong section that I'm talking about, which is like the second part of this, and I almost actually had to restart the whole entire level just because of this. Like, I was going to be pretty pissed if I had to, because as you're going to hear that was going to make me start over from the beginning if I lost another life. But luckily, with my very tough, brave skills about clearing this section, I got that collectible, and now I had to do this part. So, how do you have to beat this boss? He is known as the Dude. Obviously, we met him in the first level of the Metropolis, but yeah. So what we're supposed to do is this guy, it's like his bodyguard. He's basically supposed to shoot these little fireballs at you with a cannon. And this second guy is going to come up. He's got 2 of these. But that doesn't get that difficult just yet. The Dude moves the platform sideways, and he's moving it up and down as well, so it's kind of like going horizontal and vertical a little bit. So this is like tilting world from Mortal Kombat X, I would say, and you can see how many times that I have tried to get the Dude, like a lot of times. Like, I tried to make sure that I would actually hit him, so that way I didn't have to start this over. So I died like twice at this section, I think. Died 2 times or 3 times, but yeah, as you can see, this section of this level was the worst part. Due to the boss fight, that was pretty okay, but this section gave me so much time wasted just for a single recording. And just for me to voice over this, so that way you guys wouldn't be missing the commentary, I would have to make sure that I have my mic settings correctly next time. Like, I have to make sure that I have it correct. That way you guys can tell about like everything else that's going to be normal. So we come to the end of here, and he's going to say that you are too powerful for me, so go to Sensei's Lost Castle, and, well, Sensei's Island, I would say. Yeah, Sensei's Island, because I remember Sensei's Lost Castle. I remember I played a Minecraft map of that, but oh well. Enough about the Minecraft. So what I did here was I boarded the plane, but before I did that, I had to get that collectible, because obviously we do need that, so that way you guys don't forget about that if you were playing this game. But yeah, another level, which I won, a blonde hair wig, and Metropolis with the concept of frame. And I got a trophy, as you can see, finally right there. And that gave us like 84%, which was like a C. So yeah, this section, like, so far I would say if I would be playing the Metropolis section again, like the whole entire area, I'd probably say Lowrider would be the best level. I'm not sure about the Subway. Subway is kind of trash. But yeah, another audio clip got cut there. So, yeah. So we'll be heading there next time, but I'm going to show you the survival level called the Discombobulator. Now, this level, oh my gosh, this part of doing a survival minigame, I'm lucky that you don't have to go for like gold and all that, because trust me, that would not be fun. But yeah, You're basically on a conveyor, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to move forward, and you're supposed to avoid food and fire. The fire will come in after like we had seen the food a lot of times. So technically you're going to see poison behind you and poison in front of you. You do not want to go too far forward because you would screw up at that point. And trust me, we would not want that to happen at all. So what I'm just doing right now is I'm just going to be jumping over these piles of chicken, and yes, they are technically chicken. I took a look at the item, and what this kind of reminded me of when I forgot that another thing that they put on here was sushi. Like, it's just a chicken conveyor for right now. Like, all you're seeing right now is just chicken, 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 so much chicken. I'm not being racist, but still, there's like so much chicken on this conveyor. Like, you think it's gonna be the hardest object to dodge over. Nope. So you can see the fire right now. Yeah, there's the sushi. So what kind of gave me the reminder of like this, what this kind of reminded me of? Remember the episode of Drake and Josh where they had to do like so many sushi rolls? Like they had to make a bunch of sushi when the conveyor was going like faster and faster. That kind of reminded me of this. So currently, I think my score that I got on here was probably up to 1,000. I almost got up to like 2,000, I think. But oh well. Either way, still going on, just jumping around, and hopefully saying that this sounds like kind of commentary. But I will say this right now and say it again that I will be getting my mic settings fixed for my Elgato recordings, so that way you can actually hear the commentary instead of hearing like little parts of it. Like, I don't know how the hell I got that corrupted, because I hit the commentary button, it started recording my commentary, I lowered my laptop volume so that way it wouldn't actually echo. So I'm not sure if I accidentally did something wrong, or it's either the accessory settings. But yeah, currently we're sitting up almost to 1,000 points, as you can just see right there. I just broke 1,000, now 2,000, and that's where I kind of died. So I was up left to 1,947 points. And unfortunately, I think that was like the last level that I played for right now. So this would probably end things off to currently end the video. So yeah, the rest of those characters that you can see up there, like the rest of the gamer tags, I'm not friends with them. Trust me, it was like online rankings. But either way, I'm going to end it off here, and hope you guys kind of enjoyed this episode. I do apologize and hope to say I will never do this ever again for a video, because trust me, this would suck. If you guys do want to see more of this game, do make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel to be a part of the Superman squad. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, check my posts on iFunny, follow me on Patreon, and check out my notifications when I go live on YouTube Gaming or Twitch. Either way, that'll be all for this. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Peace.
How's that look wrong? You did not do anything. You did not do anything. A pig. I'm a pig.